Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So today's I don't know if it's really a question, but more of a statement. Days of Our Lives and General Hospital has been really dull lately, at least last week. Let me just get the ice cream ready. So I guess yeah, I put up a post, but pretty much the plans fell through today. Um, Brock and DC had other things that was going on today. So we're gonna reschedule the collab um for next week sometime. But I don't want to sit there and say exactly what date until we all figure it out. Like we all come to like some sort of a plan, and then um I'll put a post and let people know about it. How you doing today, Spike? What's good, Nikisha? How you doing? How you doing, Mel? Sorry, just sending a quick text. So yeah, um, how you doing, Nikisha? How's everything going, Spiderquake? And I'm glad that you're here, Mel. Oh, okay, yeah, I just asked you that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doing good. So yeah, I don't know if some people actually read the post. Things kind of fell through this today with Brock and DC, but we are going to be rescheduling, and I will let people know. Hopefully, I want to try to do it sometime next week, but I want to kind of get everything done. I want to make sure everything is set before I fully announce it. Thank you, Nikisha. Yeah, no, I was still gonna come on tonight. Who's good, Hippie? How you doing tonight? What's good, Black Mon? How's it going? And Crystal, how you doing tonight? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Had a really great day. Yes, by the quick, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna see that. I know it's out November 11th, so I'm gonna see it probably the week after, sometime during the week, because I really don't like seeing movies opening week. It's just a mess. I'd rather go in the mornings. This way, most people are at work and they're at school, so it's perfect. I'm doing Black Mon. How you doing tonight? And as I was thinking about it, as far as things falling through tonight, I do love doing these. I mean, don't get me wrong; it would have been great to do it with everyone if we're still going to do that. But I also do love doing these. Um, I guess solo live streams because I get to really interact with people a lot more whenever I'm talking to DC or Brock or whatever, and we're kind of chopping it up. I'll see people in the comments and stuff like that, and it's like I feel bad because it's like I don't want to interrupt the flow of the conversation. You know, what's good, Grams TV? How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. So yeah, what the hell was I saying to say? So yeah, it's nice to be able to just sit there and just kind of chat with people and everything. Kind of have because this way I get to have everyone get to have my undivided attention, and I don't really get to give that when it's like three or whatever. So I'm doing good, Queen of the South. How are you doing tonight? So yeah, I was thinking about that. On the way home. But of course, I want to sit there and chop it up with the guys, but we're gonna reschedule. We're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah. Um, I mean, it's pretty much just days and well, GH just being really dull this week. Don't get me wrong, there was some good moments in GH. It wasn't like it was a total flop, but I'm like, I know there's a problem when Y&R is actually killing it. When I'm actually enjoying Y&R more than I'm enjoying the other two, and including B&B, because I actually enjoyed that this week, I'm like, there's a problem. Really? Mel, are you serious? I guess they're going to be recasting it, right? I'm assuming it's a recast. I'm assuming it's a recast. I'm like, even B&B was really good. Even B&B was really good. And, them having the fashion show and everything like that. And you know what? People were still complaining. Yeah, Spider Quake, but I mean, they flow. 1 minute you're hot, next minute you're not, and it's just a constant cycle. Yeah, Nikisha, that's what I was like. I was like, what? Like, what? What? I was like, when did Y&R get good again? It's like whenever I see a really good skit on Saturday Night Live, and I sit there and I text my friends, and I'm just like, so when did Saturday Night Live actually get funny? Like, when did they actually become funny? Really, Mel? Okay. And Black Mind. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Quick says Cam's getting the hook. Well, if you think that's going to happen this week, what's good, Kitchen? I mean, can't. Can, Jesus Christ, your name is really hard to pronounce. But how are you doing tonight, Kaichin? I'm gonna call you Kaichin. I hope that's how you pronounce your last name. Nikki said, "I hope it's not Cam." Well, somebody needs to get that hook. Okay, somebody needs to get that hook. That's what I know. Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, "Yo, are you kidding me?" You got Abby and Divine Kiss. I sit there. I was just like, "The hell is going on?" I'm like, Abby. It's almost as though the writers. It's almost as though the show knew that I was doing these reviews, and they knew I was getting annoyed with Abby, and they were just like, "What's a good way to sit there and piss them off?" Yeah, have them kiss. Ugh, there we go. So I just gotta take something off. Mel says disgusting. Nikisha says Josh don't need to lose another boyfriend. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, granted, it's always sad to sit there and see, um, a child pass away, even if it's just a show. But in reality, I could have did without Oscar. So Josh and Kim related. Rory and Esme have been lovers. So crazy. Oh, Hip, you've been going to one of those G spoiler alerts or whatever. Yeah, Spider Quick. They always get on somebody's lives. What's good, Angelique? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Yeah, Spider Quick. We always have one of those crazy dating sites or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Double C, what is good? Many want Nina to get to hook, but I hope it's Carly now here. Yout is may bring Sunny closer to Carly if she survives. You know, I'm cool with either one. I just need somebody to get the hook. Okay. Wow. In the case you really, you're really not liking Rory, are you? I mean, I can't blame you. The dude is boring. Yep, Spiderquake. That's the curse. That is the curse. Yeah, hippie. That's why I never. That's why I never go on. That's why I'll never bother to give them a view because I know that they're just. Uh, it's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to knock them, but at the same time, it's like you guys are literally promoting BS just for views. Mel says, "Do you know that Devon had an affair with Hillary behind his father's Neil back? That is man is 20." Oh, I heard about Hillary. Mel, I heard about that. No, I didn't know that. Stacks is in the chat. What's good? Um, Kaichin or no Kaichin. No, it's not an ABC site. It's a YouTube. It's a couple of YouTube pages that they just do it just to get people to click onto their site. Angelique says, "Why isn't Maxie smart with this?" Yeah, Angelique, they love to dumb people down for um for the plot. What's good, Susan? How you doing tonight? He says Rory, like as in you don't like Rory or Spider-Quake. I'm still gonna go with Rory. Actually, like Drew. I know a lot of people don't like Drew, but I like Drew. Hippie says they crack me up. Yeah, they crack me up too. And they just don't crack me enough to give them a view. Spider-Quake says I say Drew was more boring. Okay. Yeah, happy. Yeah, no, I was just telling that person. I don't know if it's he or she or they or them, but um, it's hard to put. I mean, Nikisha, it's yeah. Think about when. Here's the thing: when he first came on, he did feel like a breath of fresh air, and then after a while, he started falling behind Carly and stuff. I don't know. There's just something I like about Drew. I can't put my finger on it. It's hard to describe, but I understand why people don't like him. I get it. What's good, Sandy? Thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, I know I keep mispronouncing your name, um, Kai-Chin. But yeah, a lot of people don't like calling you together. Mel says Drew is not a saint. I know you like Devon. I mean, no, Devon is not a saint. I know you like Devon, but that was disrespectful when Devon did with Abby behind chance. But no, I agree with that. I agree with that. It took me by surprise. I'm just like, bro, you're cheating on your girl. You're going behind this dude's back. No, no, I'm definitely giving him the smoke. They'll have Del Havlin, Del Havlin, Del Havlin, right? Del Havlin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Angelique said I'm gonna miss Franco and Drew's friendship. Yeah, it was an odd friendship, but it worked. Yes, Animal. That's that's what I said before. D Havlin, D Havlin, D Havlin, right? Angelique says ain't that Devon's stepsister. You got me, Angelique. Black Noir says now chances come to hook up with someone says Abby and Devon kiss. Yeah, I mean I would. I'm not gonna say I would. Hippie, you know why? Because you're used to seeing Carly and Sonny together. That was always the dream team, you know? So I get it. Stack says I'd rather Carly and Drew and Sonny and Nina. I'm gonna throw up. Yeah. Well, I mean, Stack, I always want to throw up every time I see Sonny kiss Nina because it's like he does that whole like I'm gonna swallow their face, just gross thing out loud. Yeah, Nikisha, I'm not a fan of Abby either. Oh yeah, man, you know it's gonna be drama. You know it's gonna be drama. Thank you. See, eventually, thank you for your patience, De Havilland, De Havilland, De Havilland. Thank you for your patience. Like I said, I'm really bad with names, but I do eventually learn people's names, like Angelique, which took me way too long. I'm sorry about that. Sandy says they should have put Drew and Nina together and sent them to Nixon Falls. Black Must says yes, why is more like Mean Girls versus Diane. Yeah, I know some people will sit there defending Phyllis and pointing out that she's up to something. Thank you, Angelique. Yes, we got 25 people in the chat, 9 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button. It really does help. Lisa is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Really, Lisa? Yeah, I gotta look into that family tree. I do. Thank you, Angelique, for reminding me of that. I do got to get more better with announcing that. I can't believe I actually got 25, 26 people in the chat. That is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hippie says yes during the Nina. Mel says Abby has cheated before she married Chan. She had an affair. One of Sharon's guys. Oh, okay, Mel. So it's not her first rodeo. I don't know. Right quick says when Steve B. Jason came back and B. Franco you enjoy. Yeah, I did. I did. Because I understood why he did what he did. Hippie says then we can dish when they come on. The Haviland De Havilland says Carly been with all the Quartermain brothers. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. What about Ned? What about Ned? Has Carly been with Ned? Yeah, Nikisha, I've been liking them. I've been liking them too. But also it's always good to sit down and watch Ashley because the chick still got it going on. Very quick says I remember Ava thought it was Nicholas. Mel says Abby also had an affair with one of Summer's guys. Wow. Craig says, I didn't even know who Nicholas was till he came back and stalked Ava. Yeah. Yeah, because you kind of came a little bit late in the game. Yeah, I remember 2017, right? Yeah, that's what I was going to sit there and say, Angelique. So technically, she hasn't been with all the brothers yet. And two, she is with Ned, and no. Lisa said, Chance is a chancellor. Devon's grandmother is a captain chancellor. Hmm. He says, Ashley had Tucker stuttering. Almost took me a second to actually read that line. Hippie says Ned is good for the nurse's ball. Yeah, I mean, the dude can sing, he plays the guitar. Stack says no, Carly hasn't been with Ned, but Monica did. What do you mean Monica did? Stack, just to get this clear, you're telling me that Ned and Monica has been together? Mel says that Phyllis and Danny's son Daniel is coming back tomorrow. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know who that person was though, but I heard about that. Probably quick says they need to show kids more. Hmm, I don't know. I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine. Victoria Monica Disley went. Oh wow. Oh okay, Angelique. Damn. That's all sorts of weird, and that's true. Yeah, Quarterman. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. Lisa Danny's also coming back. Oh okay. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a recast, maybe. Mel says Nia Winters is not Devon's biological son, it's Tucker, but Devon sees. Yeah, yeah, no, I gathered that much. He said, I like it when that Brett and Drew Corning act like that is true to his character. Plus, it was actually inside train. Yeah, yeah, it was. And you know, this whole temporary breakup thing doesn't do anything because Michael's your son. So if he says, I'm glad Phyllis is coming back. The Haviland says, isn't Ned AJ and Jason's cousin? I don't know. I gotta look that up. Victoria says, I think Heather is the hooker. There are moments where it seems like could be Trina. I don't want it to be Trina, but that would be interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting. But I mean, if it is Trina, you know that she's gonna go to jail, and there's not really. Well, she's the only young black woman that's on the show. That's like Jocelyn's age. So Spike Quick says, yeah, it's possible. Stack says, yes, they are cousins. Mel says, no, there is recast of Phyllis son. Yeah, okay. Queen of Spire says Disney lifted the COVID mandate. Said, really? You know, Steve did sit there and say if they ever lift it, then he'll be more welcome to come back. So that I'm all for that. I gotta sit there. Where'd you hear that from Queen of the South? He says my mama said that's when came on the show. He was having an affair with Monica. Oh wow. Angelique, yes. Ned is Tracy's son, AJ, and Jason is the other guy. Lisa says yes. Ned, mother, and AJ, fathers are brothers and sisters. Sidequick says the only problem with Trina is being a hook is how would Trina get poisoned? Yeah, I mean it's a wild theory. It's a wild theory. I mean, it's a fun little theory, but we know that that's not going to that's not gonna happen. De Havilland says, I heard that Esme and Uncle Vic are working together. Hmm. So she just voluntarily decided to go into the bathroom. Queen of South says from Twitter via soap dish. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you for letting me know where you were. I'll check it out. That'd be great though. Victoria says I don't think it's Trina, but they were putting little nuggets this week. Lisa says the hook killer has to be the Esme nanny, but Diane seems to recognize the killer. Stack says Audrey Hurley was not Liz Granny by blood, but she loved those kids. Steve Hurley was her husband, okay. Spider Quick says the hook is going to be someone out of nowhere, someone super obvious. Oh, Nikita said I saw that the mandate were lifted to now. It's up to the individual show and movie. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's still possible that the show could be like, yeah, we don't care what they said, we're still doing it. I hope that's not the case. I really don't. But I think it's selfishly because I want Steve to come back. If we're gonna be honest, if he says Trina's too sweet, yeah, but I mean, you know, schizophrenia. Just saying. Again, I don't know how schizophrenia works, so I could be. I mean, schizophrenia is not DID. It's not like she doesn't realize that she's doing something, I guess. But again, I'm not a doctor, so. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Quick says hippie Trina might be bipolar, though. Yeah, but bipolar isn't the same thing as, like, DID. It's not like she's not going to remember that she just tried to kill a bunch of people. Mm, maybe, Lisa. I don't know. Sandy says, I want Jason back with Brett, not Curly. Yeah, I think I don't even want to sit there and think about that time that they were actually together because I couldn't stand that so much. Zach says I can't wait till Portia gets hers. Her and Curtis treats Jordan like dirt. Yeah, I wouldn't sit there and say like dirt, but mm, I will admit that Curtis does not treat her with respect. I'll say that much. Spider Quick says Jason and Britt best couple in my opinion. Lisa says Carly and Jason did get married, though marriage was going to be real until Sunny came. Yeah, now I remember that, Lisa, and I couldn't stand every single minute of it. Mel says Tucker told Audra it's time to get brother get sister at Devon and Lily. I hope Nate can save the company before Tucker gets a hold of Chancellor and Winters. I don't know. This is Nate that we're talking about. Lisa says Cody can have Brett. He said Curtis is so disrespectful to Jordan. He acts like he feels sorry for her. Yeah, yeah, I 100% agree with that. Double says that. Double C says I'm bipolar and I don't want to get off. Want to off people maybe while playing. Yes, I haven't played GTA in a hot minute, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Double C. It's not DID. You know, Stack says Curtis Portia up on a pedestal and down Jordan for lying. Yeah, exactly. And when he finds out that Portia is lying, oof, it's gonna be so great. I almost feel like that should be another cake moment. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know what I'm talking about when I say cake moment. Spider Quake says, I love Brett and Jason. Brett needs to kill Cody, find Jason, hide him, like near side with Sunny and be with Jason. Mel says, I love Lauren and Michael Baldwin. She has always been beautiful. I don't really know much about the character. I do remember Lauren was actually on B&B for like an episode talking about Sheila because for some odd reason she just felt the need that day to talk about Sheila. Cindy says all the women in Curtis' life has lied and betrayed him, including Aunt Stella. That's true. Victoria says Portia lied makes Jordan life seem like a lullaby. Yeah, lying about your own child. Yeah. Janet, you are on time. Anytime that you're here, you're on time. Thank you for joining. Spider says Laura might catch another body on GHS Mayor. What's good, Freddie? How you doing? It's true, Janet. I mean, listen, whenever you come in, whenever you have time to come in and stuff like that and just chop it up or just even listen, I appreciate it. So thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy theories going around about who's the killer and stuff like that, and we know because it's November, it's going to be sweeps weeks, and they're gonna eventually reveal who it is. Jen said, I'll always try to sign into the Brook and Logan store. No, let me read that again. Jen said, I always try, so I am into the Brook. Oh, okay. No, I always appreciate when you're here, so thank you for joining. Spotty Quick says, I don't blame John for lying to Curtis about TJ. She was really scared. Uh, I will respectfully agree to disagree. Stack said Laura was a whippersnapper. Malik, Angelique says there goes with the ice cream. Come on now, you're not gonna sit there and there's gonna be a day when I'm probably not gonna have ice cream. Um, I just don't know when that day is gonna be. I'll probably replace it with something else. Jenna said, also, and also Sally rising to the top. Yeah, of course, Janet. Of course, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your support. So thank you. Um, oh, hippie, it is very good. It is very good. I'm thinking about trying something else. Next Thursday maybe. I don't know. Saying when Curtis finds out the truth, he can cry on Miss Wu's shoulders. The Haviland says, I hope Trina and Curtis have a daughter and father relationship. That is very positive of you because I know a lot of people just like, no, we don't want them together. And so I'm props to you. Spidey Quake will probably lying. I get the scaredness and everything like that, but like lying about. Oh no! Oh no! I take that back. It took me a second. No, Spider Quake. I actually agree with you on that. I had to think about that. I actually do agree with you on that because especially with TJ, like Cyrus is nuts. So I take that back. I do agree with you, Spider. I had to think about that for a minute. Mel says I love Michael Bowen and Victor Newman as best friends. And me too. Mike already told Victor about Tucker spying to come in, which is Audra. He has always been loyal to me. Yeah, I respect that as well. Janice says sushi. You can treat that for mine. I do love sushi. I haven't had it in a while. I miss sushi. Freddie says I wouldn't be surprised if Victor already knew Esme is alive since he has his hands and everything. Yeah, he Freddie he has been shown to be a little more competent lately. So I give him that. Stack says I like tagging Trina's relationship. Yeah, most people do. There's probably a handful of people that want Curtis and Trina to be father and daughter. Jenna says Audrey is she Tucker's daughter? I have no idea. Spider Queen says you have 30 people in the chat. Yeah, 34. Oh my goodness. I didn't look at the numbers, so because I'm paying attention to the questions and stuff, and then I looked, I was like, well, that's interesting. But yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. And it's I'm gonna try this week because I want to have a schedule with these lives, you know, and I want to try to do it 5 days a week. That is the goal, and it's a little difficult with trying to do the reviews and stuff like that. But Hippie says 33, yeah, and 33, yeah, thank you. It's fluctuating up and down, but I do appreciate every single person that's in here. Sandy Moon says, "Where's Epiphany? Where's Hat Daddy?" I mean, there's a that is true, but when we see Hat Daddy, we'll probably sit there and see Epiphany. Angelique says, "Where's Sally working now?" I won't be too surprised if she doesn't go back to B&B. That'd be interesting. Juanita's in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Spider Quick says, "Whatever happened again to Audra, however you spell his name. I remember he last did the memory thing with Franco. Andre, yes. Yeah, Andre Maddox, yes. Yeah, it seemed like they just kind of just pushed his character to the side, along with that whole. You remember, how was it? Subject Six or Patient Six, and there was like a couple more names. Thank you, Hippie. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, we got 31 people in the chat. We got 18 likes. So if you are enjoying this stream, definitely hit the like. It really does help me out. Thank you, Hippie. WC says Victor Casson is the best villain we had so far, and say soaps. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, he's more competent than he's been in a while. I'll give him that much. Stack says, I bet Jill was gonna hate Kane back when Billy quit. Lily be hot. I don't know who Kane is. Nikisha says, spoiler says Sally will replace Billy and work for Lick. That'll be interesting. Thank you, Double C. Thank you. Yeah, so we got 18. So if you do like it, do you like the stream? That really does help me out. And just thank you for being in here. Lisa says Epiphany celebrating after passing the test. Hopefully with Hat Daddy. Mel says I don't think Harrison is Kyle's biological dad and Tara's coming back. Okay. I heard they've been going back and forth with that for a while. Spider Quick says Jason was patient 6, Anna was patient like 1, or Kevin. Oh, okay. All right, so maybe they did kind of wrap that story up. Mel says I love Kane and Lily. Freddie says Carly Jr. got on my last nerves with Sonny. She didn't even say thank. Yes, funny. She did tell Sonny to protect Cam. Like make sure you watch out for Cam. Really? You weren't like you despise Sonny except for when he serves except when he serves you a purpose. Or when he does what you want him to do. Nikki says Peter ran circles around Victor. I don't even like Victor Peter though. Yeah, that is true. Because that's what I was gonna sit there and say. I don't think that Victor I wonder if Freddie was actually joking when he said that. um Spiderquake says, I remember Drew got in a car crash. Jason go down the stairs. We're trying to stop Charlotte. Yeah. Yeah, they had that blindness thing that was going on for a little bit. Jenna says, I agree. Harrison's not Kyle's kid. Yeah. Who's. I thought it was Ashlyn, right? Could be wrong. Victoria says, Chase deserves a better girl from Brooklyn. Ain't it? Yeah, she's toxic. Double C says, Kane is Lily's baby daddy. I didn't even I didn't even know that Kane. I didn't even know that Lily had kids. I didn't even know that Lily had kids. Mel says, I love Billy and Victor. Nathan is in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Hippie says, I think Epiphany will be chief of staff before we know it. I can see that. She does have a lot of respect from everyone in the hospital. So I can definitely see that. Stack says Tara Locke needs to come get Harrison. Who's Tara Locke? I'm maybe like a year into watching YNL, so there's certain characters I don't really know too well. Spider Quick says, I hope someone grows a brain and wakes up and say, oh, wait, what if, yeah, Spider Quick, at this point, when they do it, it'll probably wake me up. He says, Kane is my favorite character. He had chemistry with everyone. Well, I can't wait to see who this Kane character is. Angelique says, Harrison's mom. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Angelique. But Spider Quake, at this point, if like I said, they do, it'll wake me up. Lisa says on Friday's episode, GA's the last scene with Cam when he smiled after thinking about Josh hugging him. I feel sorry that he will get hurt. Yeah, Lisa, like I said, it's a countdown. We know it's coming. Mel says Lily has two twins, Charlie and Maddie. Yeah, I heard about that. I keep forgetting. Spider-Quick says that was funny. Graham's TV says, I think Harrison is Theo's son. Who's Theo? Juanita says Lily has twins, boy and a girl for Kane. Okay. Double C. Lily has grown twins and cop. How old is Lily? Mel says oh. Oh, okay, Mel. Thank you. Okay. Freddie said ain't nobody think. Oh, that's a shame. It's funny though. Spider Quick says baby if Drew has a baby with Drew, I'm jumping out the window and never watching GH again. Okay, I'm not. We we have to try that one again, Spider Quake. Oh, okay, that's okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, Fred. For yeah, all Rory. Nate, have you heard? Yeah, Nate. A lot of people was meant to tell me in the chat, but somebody was meant to say it depends on the show now. So like, if the show still wants a mass mandate, a vaccine mandate, then they're gonna keep it up. But hopefully they don't. I don't know. I gotta sit there and find out because that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing because I miss Drew. I miss Jason. Spider-Quake says Danny is coming back to YNR, who was popular back in the day. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to this character then. Spider-Quake says, I hope so much. Spider-Quake says, I hate typing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree, Spider-Quake. I agree with that. Autocorrect sucks. Graham's TV says Theo is Kyle's cousin, Jack's nephew. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to these new characters then. Mel says Theo is Kyle's best friend who dated Summer before getting with Kyle. Interesting. Yeah, Why Not has actually been really good this week. And B&B has actually also been really good. And it's crazy to me, you know? And some people are actually defending Liam, saying, well, I understood where he was coming from, and Hope shouldn't be so mean to him. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like sometimes I'll sit there and read it in the comment section. I'm just like, you know what? It's your opinion. I'm gonna agree to disagree. Victoria says the mandate thing on GH will be interesting, as in theory Jax can return as well. Yeah. Now that's thank you, Victoria, because that's an interesting question. Because from what I understand, Ingo was talking about suing the company. I don't know if he was gonna sue ABC or GH, but he was gonna be suing someone. So now I want to see how this whole thing's going to play out. Thank you for reminding me about that, Victoria. Spike Quick says, got what you said in the video with Brock and DC. What's your favorite storyline on GH again? Oh, Spike Quick, that's going to be the hotel hostage with Jerry Jacks. The hotel hostage with Jerry Jacks, and the water pathogen are literally my favorite. Jason was such a badass in that hostage the hostage story, and that's when him and Spinelli really worked together. It was amazing. Hippie says, "I need ice cream before the story closed." Angelique said, "Jack can't come back. They are still in court." Oh, ooh, okay, wow. Thank you for letting me know, Angelique. Yeah, it's weird. I don't normally do ice cream, but once I started, I've been eating ice cream almost in every stream, except when I was sick. Mel says Liam and Hope have done breaking up things to each other, two wrongs to make a right. Freddie says, I'm starting to completely lose interest in Austin and Mason. Mystery Woman storyline is taking forever, like a slow train. Yeah, Freddie, that has a lot to do with the fact that there's too many damn people on the show. And I know Angelique loves all these characters, but they are getting on my. I'm just gonna let it go. Spider-Quake says, after this, I'm watching a clip of. Yes, Spider-Quake, definitely. You know what's interesting? Now I actually want to watch a clip of that. Definitely watch the hotel hostage first though. Nikki said Liam expected Hope to play along back with Stephanie was when Stephanie was shot. Hope had to let Stephanie think she was still married to Liam, but Liam couldn't give Hope one day. Yeah, I remember that. Queen of the South said Ango can remain gone. He's racist in real life. Oof. Have a good night, Sandy Moon. Thank you for joining. Spider Quick says, by the way, is Jerry Jacks dead? That's a good question. Everyone in the chat, is Jerry Jacks actually dead? Angelique, yep. See, that's the one of the things I do love about people that jump in the chat that I see for a while. I start to know, well, not know them, but like I kind of get you, if that makes sense. Yeah, hippie, I miss Jerry. I miss Jason too. Yeah, Angelique, I agree with that. It'd be interesting if they recast him. I don't know if that's gonna work though. Yes, Dax, it was good. Yeah, that's true. Victoria, and now I'm going to be. Yeah, Victoria, I agree with that. As far as the Mason, Mason just adding some extra. Mel says, that saying there's a thin line between love and hate. Yeah, yep, Angelique, and that's the thing. The minute I was thinking talking about more characters, I was waiting for you, Angelique. I was waiting for you. One of you says, I keep saying there are too many. Yeah, I agree. Lee says maybe they're waiting to resolve the storyline before starting Awesomes. Yeah. He says Jerry Josh can't die. Uh, no, I need you to go. Jerry Jacks can't die. Nikki said he's Jerry Jacks. Mel says I love the movie with Martin Lawrence. There's a thin line between. Yes, yes. Mel, back then I used to be a huge Martin fan, and that was among my favorite movies. A thin line between love and hate. Great movie, by the way. Nate says, I'll bet it's cool that I call you Nate sometimes. Jazz can be recast. Honestly, IR burnt those bridges. Yeah, with that lawsuit, he definitely did. Spider Quick says, if he is dead, you already know. And geez, nobody dies. So, how would you feel if Jerry Jacks came? I would love it, Spider Quick. I love Jerry Jacks. I love the actor. I'm with it. Angelique says maybe Peter is on high on his way back. Meek, thank you for joining, cops. Yeah, cops, that is really strange. I know your name is not Meg, so is it Meek? Freddie says the simple truth is too many storylines. They are barely finishing one. Get the Willow Nina story out already and all the other old storylines, and let's get moving on to the new ones. I agree. DC Soap Sanctuaries in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. And thank you for joining, Cobbs. It's really good to see you again. What's good, DC? Spider has no. Spider says he also your yes. Spider yes. Jerry Jacks is my favorite villain to date. I know a lot of people got, they got the old Victor, they got Helena Cassadine and everything, and those villains are great. Okay, I didn't really know that much about Helena or the old Victor. Mel says, "What if Dr. Ruff could bring back everyone that died on GH like on days?" No, they definitely do need a Dr. Ruff. Spider Quick, is Sunny still your favorite? Yeah, Spider Quick. Yep, Sunny is still my favorite, even though that he is doing very questionable things. Sunny is still my guy. Victoria says Willow has made some sad choices. She should let Michael in. She might lose her life and the baby. Yeah. Victoria, in the beginning, I was annoyed by that. After a while, I just said screw it. Because I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of getting annoyed with Willow. DC, Jerry Jacks killed Alan Quartermain, Edward Quartermain, and Epiphany's son, Stan. Yeah. DC, is Jerry Jack still alive? Spider Quick says, how do you feel about how they treating him? I mean, um I understand why people were upset. I understand why people don't like Sonny. I get it. And I don't stand by his choices as well. So I get it. Makai. Okay, cool. I'm gonna call you Makai. Angelique says Sasha's still crying. Yeah, I'm calling her Sad Sasha at this point. That's her new nickname. Sad Sasha. I hope that's cool that I call you Makai. Oh no, DC, yeah, no, I just want to know was he still alive. Freddie says Mike and Willow are boring. Yeah, I agree. Lisa says Xander may lose Sarah when he kidnaps Susan. He knows what Sarah been through with her kidnap. Yeah, Lisa. I mean, it's funny because I don't know if I was talking. I was talking to somebody today. This is why I've never really rooted for Xander because he's a cosmic screw up. Okay, he's a cosmic screw up who, in reality, shouldn't probably be with Sarah because she is well. She's not like Gwen. Okay, Angelique has the laughing emojis, DC, and by technically since she was alive, that means Peter August didn't kill anyone then, right? No, DC, he still did. There was people in that. I got to think about that. Hippie says, "Oh, one of the spoilers. They say Sasha will be pregnant." Wow, Hippie. The people that be doing those spoilers are really desperate for views. DC says, "What's weird is that this Elizabeth storyline has now established that Finn is as old as her dad. Maybe not. I mean, DC, Finn could have been a really young doctor. Spider Quick says we think is the best woman for Jason and Sunny. Think about that. Well, Lisa, I mean, not Lisa, Spider Quick. For Sunny, I would sit there and say Carly. For Jason, I'm gonna go with Sam. But old Sam, not this new school, whatever BS version that we get of Sam. Nikki said, "Why didn't Jeff say something when he found out his other daughter Hayden had a baby buffing?" That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. That's true. Mel says, "I was surprised Charlie Dale came back talking to Ava to get revenge. EJ and plans getting Xander Cook into yeah." Yeah, Mel, Mel, I was surprised too, but then once I found that it was just Ava subconscious, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they could really bring him back yet. That whole thing what he did is just way too fresh. Hippie says they will keep her off drugs and cheer grandma up. You see those sports channels are trash. Yeah, DC, I was just meant to saying that too. I was like, yeah. They're desperate as hell for views. Spider Quick says Sam, who gets herself in trouble. Sam. Ooh, we got a new person in the chat. Bridget says, "Hello, Albert. I think Stefan and Julia to have the scene together." Yes, I agree. I agree, Bridget. Thank you for joining, by the way. Jessica's in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Victoria says, "Does anybody think Rick was alive?" At this point, I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past the show to actually do that. DC says, "I feel the writers forgot about Hayden." Great. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, Spider Quick, I do. I got 22, well, 24 likes now. Yeah, Jessica, and we got Bridget in the chat. It's amazing. Oh, well, hold on. We got somebody new. I like Savage Challenges. We got 3 new people in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yes, DC. That's what that I totally agree with Bridget. It will be, well, at some point they're gonna probably cross paths. In case that I have expecting Rico to be the hook. Hmm. You know what? In case at this point it could be anybody. Also, how is Alexis a Cassadine? I would have to. Oof. That's a. Who's the best and worst Cassadine? Hmm. I don't know, Spike. Like I can't say. I can't say. I don't have the history to really kind of get some good answers. But I will sit there and look it up and get back to you. DC said the fact that Trina brought Esme being the hook tells me she's not the hook. Yeah. Yeah, DC, like I said, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can totally admit when I'm wrong. And says Victoria says she is Nicholas' aunt. Yeah, okay. Yes. Stack says Miko's her dad. Oh. Thank you, Stack. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Miko is Alexis's dad. Thank you for letting me know. Tisha says, I'm honestly shocked Drew didn't tell Carly about the inside drain law before she. Yes, I 100% agree. Drew should have definitely. What? It would have been really great if you were here, but I understand why you're not, because you brought up a really good point about the insider trading and the fact that Drew did not tell, and Michael didn't either. So shame on both of them. Spotty Quick says that's what I'm curious about. Like, how is Alexis Castine? Who is she related to? Yeah, Spotty Quick. Apparently, Miko's is her dad, and yeah, Miko's is his dad. I had to get that from somebody else because I didn't even know. He says, I like Stephen Castine, and of course, Nicholas by Christopher Tyler. Yeah, yeah. Nikisha, Christopher Tyler was a good Nicholas. Victoria says she is Nicholas's grandfather's side peace child. Yeah, Spidey Quick. That's what I had to sit there and ask the chat. Well, somebody in the chat told me. Mel says Gwen kept a secret from Xander that Sarah was kidnapped from Kristen on a desert island for months so she could be with Xander. That's so cold heart. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Gwen wouldn't Gwen isn't gonna sit there and chastise or judge Xander like Sarah would. Spidey Quick says, was Miko a better threat than Victor? Yeah. Yeah, the stuff that I've seen, the stuff that I read, yeah, Miko's definitely was. Nikisha said Carly should have known better. They did tell her to stay out of it. Yeah, Nikisha, I mean, yeah, they told her to stay out of it. But I mean, this is Carly we're talking about. If they would have told her about the insider trading thing, then that would have been different. Maybe. Victoria says Miko is Nicholas' grandpa. Oh, okay. Stack says Carly went and bought those stocks against their wishes. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't really control it, but they should have told her about the insider trading thing. Mel says Kristen gave Gwen the Sarah mask to break up with Xander when Sarah was kidnapped on the island for months. Yep. Victoria says Mikos was crazier and less strategic than Victor. Yeah, but from what it sounds like, Mikos was a bigger threat than Victor was. Bridget said, "Who do you think Sloan Klein is regarding she-male?" I mean, I know you mean blackmail, but that's a good question. That's a good question. Somebody actually said it could be Sloan herself. Like Sloan could be the one that could be blackmailing Paulina. Guy says, I was wondering if the hook killer was that deputy mayor lady working for Victor. Where's Lucy? At this point, it's like, where's Wada? But yeah, I do remember somebody else saying the same thing too. Somebody else was sitting there. Because at this point, Makai, anybody could be the hook killer. Spider Quick says, Victor knows how to cover his tracks though. Spike Quick says Lucy is in the water or held captive. Well, it's probably going to be held captive. They're not going to kill off a legendary character like Lucy. I like saving. I like saving challenges. I heard Jason might be coming back with Lucy. Wouldn't that be epic though? If he was the person to come back with Lucy, the possibilities. Freddie said I was laughing when Joy said to Portia she had to decide to tell Curtis is Trina's father. Oh, she had decades. Yes, yes, so, yes. So was I. But when it comes out, I'm gonna laugh when it comes out. When Portia True finally comes out, I'm gonna laugh. In case I think Lucy's being held captive, but it's like a psycho romantic way. Yeah. Spidey Quick says, Albert, you could be the hook killer. Or Lanikia. Or DC. Or Brock TV. But I think it's going to be DC. I think if anybody's going to be a hook killer, it's going to be DC because DC is really nice. Exactly. You either might have watched my review, but yeah, I said the same thing though. I was just like, but of course, we see that Sean is arresting Chanel, so clear, clearly that didn't do anything. No, it says Kristen tricked everyone with putting Nicole's mask on, but Eric thought Nicole died in that explosion, but she was alive. Eric Quick says DC is the whole kill. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, and everyone else should believe it as well. Um, WC says Mikos also had another child by the same woman. The child name was Kristen before she was killed in 2002, and that was Christina. Oh, yes, you're right. The explosion. WC, I remember that. I remember Alexis going off on Sunny like it was somehow Sunny's fault. Body Quick says, what did Ava do to DC? That's a good question, DC. What did Ava do to you? DC says, all right, Albert, I'm Drew. Monday and Friday and Peter August on the weekends. Nah, DC, apparently everyone in the chat thinks that you're the hook killer, which I agree. I agree with. Um, Quest says, "Damn, we found the hooker." Yep, we could just all take a week off from watching GH because we found who the hook killer is. Radio says a bootleg General Hospital version of the hook killer of "I Know What You Did Last Summer." Is that still a show on Amazon? The guy says, "I was wondering if Mike was going to let Carly have it when he finds out that she knew Nina was Willow's bio mom. Carly, you did. Oh no, Carly, you should have just come clean months ago." Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be epic. He said, "Okay, but why would I kill Diane? I love her though. Everyone else I can see, but DC to cover your tracks. I mean, you got to sit there and find a way to make it consistent. So, Spider Quick says what Ava and Diane does and Oz do to DC. Keisha, it was canceled. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Spider Quick says Diane must have been in an accident. No, he was there to sit there. She was there. He did to cover his tracks. He said, "I need the hook killer to strike again." Apparently, the hook killer is on vacation ever since. Even a serial killer needs a break, too. Yeah, DC, yeah, apparently you did need a break. He said it was DC's alter ego. Lee said Willow did tell Carly she did not want to know. Yeah, no, I remember that, Lisa. But she still should have said something. He said, "Yep, that's my alter ego." Jason, who do you think is the next hook killer, aka DC, just going after next? Probably Cam. Mighty quick, that's why DC couldn't stream tonight. He's getting ready to strike again. DC getting off his vacation. Yeah. See, DC, I'm almost convinced that you did it. So you did it. It's usually the nice ones, okay? Let's just put it that way. Victoria says Olivia's scream at seeing had the weapon remind me of when I liked Olivia's acting. It was good. Mm, I guess it was also, well, for me, it was annoying. First said, "Don't worry, DC, this week I heard spoilers, so Hook Killers are going to strike again." DC says the Hook Killers decided to use their PTO at work. Spider-Quake says, "Damn, I mean, no, DC says, damn, Spider-Quake is exposing my master plan." Angelique says he's after Joss and Cam. DC says, or maybe Brock TV is the hook. He's nowhere to be around. Spidey Quick says Brock TV will make sense with Joss and Oz, but only them two. Stack says either Carly or Drew are gonna be friends because if Nina busybody self sees them, she would use it. Yes, that's a good point. What's good, Karen? How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Richard said, "Do you think Jade is pregnant by Eric?" That's what I heard. That's what people were saying in the chat. I don't know if it's true because I mean she passed out. You know, I mean, granted, I don't know how pregnancy works as far as like if you're pregnant, do you feel faint or lightheaded? But apparently, I mean, if that happens, then people are going to be disappointed because, they want Eric and Nicole to be together. No matter what kind of trashness that Nicole and Eric has to do to be together. How are you doing tonight, Karen? How's it going? Mel says, "I really like Ben Weston being okay." DC says maybe it's highly under mind control about Victor. I mean, as far as being a hook killer? Because I think we kind of, well, I don't even want to sit there and say we established it, but she doesn't seem like she is under mind control. It seems like she's being threatened. What's good, Shakira? And Hippie says M. Shakira says, new girl Chelsea's coming to town. On what show? Angelique says, if Nina leaks the info of Carly, do you think Sonny would break things off? Probably that. I mean, Carly and Sonny, they got kids together, so she says, but if but if was the killer, everyone would be killed in a unique way, not by a hook. I would switch it up. That's true, DC. You are very creative. I give you that much. He says if he's using the tarot card, Holly wouldn't know she was being mind controlled. That is true. That's a very good point, Keisha. I didn't think of that. I know, I knew what you meant, DC. Spider Quick says DC and Brock might both be the killer. Might both be the hook. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Victoria says if Heather is Esme's mom, I think she is probably the killer. Mel says I really like Ben Weston, the necktie killer on Days. Way back before it got with Ciara. So Mel, what do you think of Alex? Do you not like Alex or Hippie says Nina will see Drew and Carly and say something. It will make Sonny jealous though and backfire. It'd be kind of, I mean, Hippie, it would be kind of weird if Sonny is um is jealous, you know. Trap voice. I think Chase and new girl Blaze could become a new couple in the making after Brooklyn. I'll be with it. It's very toxic, so. And trade voice. You know. Thank you for joining. Spider Quake says I like Nina the same with DC. Mel says, oh yes, I like Alex. Okay, cool. Maybe Albert is the hook killer. That's why he's trying to throw everyone off by suggesting someone else. Spider Quake says true. Yeah, I can see that. Cameron says I don't like Nina. You and about a good maybe we'll say 80%. That sounds like a good number. Angelique says to Esme Nanny, Angelique says Esme Nanny must be someone we know from a long time ago. She could be just as crazy as Ryan, and she's the hook killer. Jessica says, LMAO, more like 5%. Really? Because I feel like it might be a little bit more. Jessica, I feel like that percentage might be a little bit more. What's good, Sierra? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. She says, what if Esme's nanny was Heather Weber? I don't know. The dates don't add up. Spider Quick says, I'm always going to believe Carly started the drama unless you prove me wrong now. You know what, Spider Quick? I would have to really think about that. I would have to really think about that, and I would have to not have my bias get in the way of that. DC says it's crazy to think Heather Weber is Jeff Weber's ex-wife. Yeah. But I mean, she is crazy. Sometimes the craziest people, they be the best people in the bedroom. I was trying to say it in a very classy way. I really think that Alex is a sweet, loving, and caring guy that Ben Weston. I can see that. Angelique says the letter to Alexa says they are going after the one who hurt the ones they love. He said Jeff did everyone. Yeah, I heard about that. You're one of the people that told me about that. Hippie says Esme Nanny is probably Phyllis. We haven't seen Phyllis in a hot minute. Spuddy Quick says, doesn't Jeff how over 5 kids? Have over 5 kids. Lisa says, like, I hope we get a scene with Heather Webb and Jeff while they're both on. I need the answers. Yeah. Oh, Victoria says, hey, I'm just, gentlemen, I was gonna sit there and try to make some sort of innuendo joke, and I just don't have it. Buddy Quick says, I mean, doesn't Jeff have like 5 kids over? That's a good question. Hippie is sure, it is. Victoria says, was Heather nutty when she was with Jeff? I've never seen any old clips about that. Me either. DC says, well, Heather was sane, but she accidentally drank some LSD poison she had for Jeff's wife at the same time, and then she went crazy afterwards. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it gets rid of my whole, the craziest people can sometimes have the best fun in bed theory with her. Anyway, Karen says, is Leslie still on the show? Um, we haven't seen her on the show in a while. I gotta sit there and check. Makai says, where is Phyllis? I guess Christina has taken over. Charlie's now. Yeah, she was for a while. Thank you, Black Mon. Yes, we got 39 people and 27 likes. If you can hit the like button, that'd be amazing. But I'm still just like 39 like 39 people in the chat. I almost fainted for a minute. Yes, no, I do remember that by Johnny. Yeah, it was, but it's also kind of true though. Angelique says yes. Victoria checked out the old clips. Okay. Lisa, what happened to Phyllis? Maybe she is the hook. Maybe she had a nervous break. Lisa, the actress that plays Phyllis is on a show on Disney Plus. Sierra says, what storylines would guys like to see go on GH? Because I'm tired of a few. Sierra, I think the problem is that there's too many shows. There's too many characters. Trey Voice says, weekly spoiler says that Trina's going to visit Spencer in Pentonville, and she's going to tell him to move forward and get over her since she's helping him with Rory. Yeah, I don't know why. But be careful about those spoilers, though. Spider Quick says, I wonder why Olivia is the same. What? Spider Quick says, I wonder why Olivia's the way she is. DC says, wait, what theory about crazy people? DC, I'm saying the craziest people can sometimes have the best fun in bed. Just saying. Spider Quick says probably the LSD. Victoria says, I don't think that messes up your theory because he left her before she was nutty. I still think that theory can kind of hold up to some extent. Just saying. Um, Jessica says Olivia is so over the. Yeah, she is over the top. The whole panting. Like, what are you? I can't with her. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I agree with that. DC says, so let me ask this, Albert, would you be okay with GH revisiting Olivia the Bensonhurst psycho pastor? I don't remember that storyline. Stack says, I know Phyllis helped Sonny and Nixon Falls, but Christy has been working there since forever. DC says, maybe Miss Wu's the hook killer. Nah, Miss Wu is way too classy for that. She'll get somebody else to do it. Scotty Quick says it could be. Lee says, why is Trina going to tell Spencer that at Penville when she already told him yeah. That's why I said to Lisa, that's why I said be careful for those theories. DC says, "Oh yeah, that there about crazy people is true." From what I heard, that's what I'm gonna say. I mean, from what I heard, Nikisha. Oh no, Shigera said I was kidding about Chelsea. Okay, I was asking from Pluto, like what show? Nikisha said them as the flashbacks. Cameron said Miss Wu is too classy. Yeah, that's what I said. Too classy. DC says it was when Olivia had um psychic visions after being stabbed with LSD by. No, I heard about that story. I just wasn't. I took a break from it for a little bit. So as far as GH goes, Mel says I can't see Susan Banks as EJ's mother because she is nuttier than him, but she's sweet. Yeah, Mel, but you know what? That's what makes them work so much is that Susan is so out there and EJ's so much of a dick. I can I can see why they work. It almost actually made me tear up when he saw Susan in the hospital and he regretted the way he acted towards Susan. DC says, Albert, from what you heard about crazy people or from what you know from experience? Um, both. And yeah, both. I'll be honest, it was both. Jessica says, I enjoyed that storyline of Olivia being a psychic. It was a good storyline. Shakira says, okay. Spy Quick says, Olivia could die. Yeah, I have no use for her. Lisa said, what happened to Susan's husband? Susan's husband on Days? Because said, who is Dax? I'm starting to think there's more to him than meets the eye. Same thing well, there's so many theories that's going out there. Oh, we got another new face in here. What's good, Audrey? Audrey O'Brien. Michael Armstrong, Jeff Weber has 4 kids. Steve, Lars, Elizabeth, and Hayden, and Sarah. So Heather wasn't crazy before that. She was devious. Yeah, that's what people are telling me. But thank you for letting me know that he has that many kids. I wasn't. I was probably just gonna sit there and look it up anyway. But thank you for letting me know, Michael, and thank you for joining the chat on Days. Now I gotta actually go back. Those characters that's not real, but it's sort of like Degrassi. They used to have a character on that show that they would never show, but they talked about her, called Heather St. Clair. And that was a running joke because she wasn't a real character. So Roger isn't a real character that I can think of. Um, yeah, thank you for joining, Audrey. Is that how you pronounce your name? Yeah, thank you for joining, Audrey. Is that how you pronounce your name? Thank you for joining, Audrey. Thank you for joining. Audrey, what shows are you watching? What soap operas are you watching? Mel says Susan Bank husband is in Tennessee. No, I mean, Mel, I know he's in Tennessee, but I feel like that's a running joke, though. Like he's not a real character. If anyone watched Degrassi, you know what I'm talking about when I say Heather St. Clair. Victoria says I agree, but for sure Dex and Josh will hook up. Yeah, Victoria, I feel like at this point we should put a countdown. We got 41 people in the chat. I am just losing my mind. He said the Jurassic reboot was canceled. Yeah, no, I remember that. I stopped watching it though. I think the best season was when you had I have to think about that for a minute. Heather Weber and Scotty were in. Heard they are bringing Degrassi. Lisa said, I heard they're bringing Degrassi back. Lisa, you're going to have to keep me up on that because if they're bringing Degrassi back, I'm going to have to watch it. I used to love that show. Oh my God, I used to love that show. DC says, I remember the Heather. Yes, yes. On a real character, yes. That was the running joke. Yeah, DC. They canceled it, but Lisa said I heard they're bringing it back. Yeah, that's what it was. 40 people in the truck at one point. I was seriously about to pass out. Lee, no, Mel says Susan Meg always talks about Roger. Yeah, Lisa says Susan's husband is real. They. Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was a running joke. Okay. Yeah, for a hot minute, it was like 40 people in the chat. Karen says the current storyline of GH are taking too long. Yes. Audrey said your welcome days of our lives and General Hospital I watched behind Sam with Steve. Okay, and it just oh there it is. Steve as I don't know what that means. But you're watching Days and GH, okay. So yeah, says I love some OG. Yeah. Sean and you had I have to think about the names though. But I used to love that show. Right, says I saw the clip on YouTube. Why did Franco claim he loved Jason and was his twin? Like 2012, 20. I think it was some sort of. It was a memory swap or whatever. It was a memory swap or something like that that happened with him and Drew. It was nuts. Like Quick says 14, not 24. Okay. Nikisha said HBO Max brung the show right. Was supposed to reboot, but it got canceled. Oh, Nikki. It got canceled. Oh, Nikisha, I guess we can sit there and blame Warner Brothers for that. That is so awesome. I'm gonna be so mad, but I'm not gonna sit there and be mad on the chat. What's good, Tracy Steves? How you doing tonight? Yeah, DC. It was. I remember I sit there and watch Team Nick on Friday nights. I'm like, yo, I'm staying in and sit there and watch Team Nick. Did anyone watch Santa Barbara? Did anyone actually watch Santa Barbara? Thank you for joining me, Tracy. Um, Audrey says Michael S. Who's Michael S? However, I feel the problem with Degrassi, there are only so much you can do when the character's on a high school. That is true. There was one point they used to bounce between high school and college where you had Manny and Emma and stuff like that. Freddie, I can imagine when the truth comes out about Nene and Willow. Carly, of course, apologize, Willow, but Nina, on the other hand, Carly ain't gonna apologize to Nina. She has a devious smoker in her face. Body Quick says, how many times does Franco get memory transfers? Um, I think twice. Wants to reverse it. Hippie, Tracy, when you're here, you're on time. So I appreciate you being here. Oh, you watched Santa Barbara? Okay. What happened to Mike's and what Karen says? What happened to Max and Milo? They just wrote them off the show. Tracy, I don't remember much of it. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Lisa, you're right. It was canceled. I just googled it, and yeah, Lisa, we can all thank Warner Brothers. Just an amazing, amazing. I can't even be sarcastic about that. Tracy said I used to watch Melrose. Now, which one? The one in the '90s or the reboot? Well, it wasn't really a re. I guess it was a reboot. Mel says Susan Banks had Will when Dr. Ruff brought him back to life, and Susan called Will EJ her son, and she brainwashed Will. Really? Sammy and Sonny were trying to bring Will. Wow. Stack said I did watch Santa Barbara and I loved it. Um, some Jay's characters was on there too, right? Audrey said Jason on Beyonce. Oh yeah, yep. He is. Yeah. Oh, Michael S. Okay, thank you. That's Michael H. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second. I was like, Michael H. There's so many Michaels on well, almost all of them. So it took me a minute, Audrey. Tracy said I used to watch Loving. Victoria says Max, Maya and Max were brothers in real. Really, I didn't know that. Audrey says okay, bye. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. It was really good seeing you. Hope I get to see you around more. Spike Quick says, when do you think GH getting canceled? Hopefully never. But yeah, Audrey. From what I understand, that the vaccine mandate is lifted, so hopefully, um, Steve can come back as Jason. Nikisha, I used to love watching. I mean, I used no Nikisha. I watched Loving too. Love Tucker and Trisha. Melissa, I love Beverly Hills 90210, Meryl Place, and Party of Five. Yeah, those were some good shows back in the day. Tracy, the original Melrose. I never saw the reboots. Sometimes reboots be messing things up. Yeah, it wasn't Tracy. It wasn't really that good. The reboot. I watched it. Angelique says yes, Mel. Okay. Karen says Tyler Christopher was also cousins of Max and Milo. Really? Yeah, Jessica. I didn't know that either. That's why I love doing these lives because I always find out something new. Stack says AMC and Molecular were the best soap operas. Well, I can't speak for AMC, but I used to love watching Molecular Live. No, okay. Michael Armstrong says Negan. Yes, Michael Armstrong. Yeah, I heard. And somebody else used to be on there. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I do remember Nancy used to be on there though. Sierra says, I hope Steve comes back and they put GH on Hulu so we can get some more action on the show. I'll be cool with it. Tracy said, I used to love Party of I used to love that show too. Tracy says, seems like they used to spend time making quality shows in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. And that was before, that's back then when you didn't have PC culture. Shakira says, I'm sorry, late, and I'm doing okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Even when you come in, whenever you come in now, I appreciate it. Stacks, I also see criminal. Yes, Stacks. I saw that too. I was like, Criminal Minds is coming back. Stacks, you know what show I want to come back? CSI Miami. I know it's kind of hard to do without Dave Caruso, but I want that show to come back so bad. Um, Tracy Steve says now a day they don't put time into shows. Oh, nowadays they don't put time into shows and movies like they are needed to make them be as of quality. I agree. I agree, Steve. I agree, Tracy. Really quick says, how long has GH been on? 50 something years. I know it's over 50 years. Freddie says, all that energy Curtis has been giving to Jordan, he better keep that same energy for Portia when he finds out what she's been hiding all that time. Yeah, I think everyone in the chat can agree with that. I also love Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. That was a show I never really caught on to. Oh, Tracy, I love CSI Man. See, Tracy, that's why I messaged you. That's why I'm glad you're in the chat. Because as cheesy as like Horatio used to sit there and say these cheesy lines, after a while, I used to love it. Stack says B&B was better than now. I love CSI Miami. CSI Miami was the show. I watched every single episode. And I think that's the only CSI show I watched from start to end. Spider Quick says I never. No, Spider Quick says, have you ever heard of that TV show Flashpoint? Yeah, I have. Um, one of the actresses that used to play Kimberly on Power Rangers, I think she was on there. Karen says 1963 G started. Wow. Mel says I love Dawson's Creek. I heard that show was good. I think that was a show I never really could get into. I don't think I was a big TV person back then. Felicia is Sweet Moms. They are trying to save the reveal for that, and they are following the COVID guidelines. Yeah. Well, Felicia, people in the chat is not telling me that they lifted the COVID vaccine thing. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard though. Guy says I believe GH has been on for like over 60 years. That's crazy. I first started out as a 30 oh it's first started as a 30-minute on the radio. Yeah. I missed the nurses ball. Wow. Tracy says, I love the cheesy lines. You need cheesy lines sometimes between the seriousness. Yeah, Tracy, I mean, there was a couple of CSIs back in the day, and I love just how different that one was. Hell, actually, tell you the truth, Tracy, it made me want to live in Florida. That's how much I used to love that show. Angelique says, yes, Dawson's Creek. Lisa says, me too. I like CSI Miami. If it were to come back, Kane needs to be there. Yeah, I agree with that. And the actor retired, so oof. I used to love me some Callie though. Oh my god, I used to love that woman. Sierra says, is it me or does anyone else think they're writing Jordan worse than the last actress who played her? Like more masculine and intolerable. I never thought about that, but the chick do look fine. Tracy says, Dawson Creek was that show. I heard it was that show. Krista, she celebrated 60 years in April. Oh, in April. You mean like next year or this year? Stack said Horatio Kane's without a doubt, without a doubt. Remember when they took him to that foreign country because I guess some sort of rules that he broke, or they had to take him there and he wound up having a shootout with like these five guys. It was nuts. I can't even express to you the love I have for that show. Just kind of gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Spiderquick says when you first watched GH and how'd you get into it? Spiderquake, I used to watch Port Charles. Port Charles got me into GH, and One Life to Live got me into Port Charles. Mel says, do you remember Colleagues? What? Yeah, I did. I used to actually like that show. Hell, even when they canceled on ABC and they brought it to like Fox Family, whatever, I used to like that show. I was actually kind of mad that they canceled it, but I heard they gave it some sort of good cliffhanger though. Victoria says the producers say the nurses' ball is a lot of work behind the scenes. Yeah, I can imagine, Victoria. And there's a lot of people that don't really like the nurses' balls. You have to keep doing it every goddamn year. Tracy said I went to Florida on vacation there once because of the show. Yeah, Tracy. I mean, Miami looked like that spot. It looks like that spot. Victoria says, but I think they will be nurses' ball next year. Joy. Nikisha, I used to love Burn Notice. Michael Weston. That's all I gotta say. Michael Weston. Michael Armstrong says GH will celebrate next year. Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you for joining, Mike Armstrong. Michael, do you know what year you started? Uh, year 2000. The year 2000, because I watched What Live started 1998. The guy says, has anyone ever been to any of the GH fan events? I mean, agree. That would be cool to meet some of the cast. It will be. Okay. Of course, I heard there's people that really act. They don't know how to act. Cindy, the actress that plays Nina, got insulted like there was no tomorrow by some people. Now, when I'm doing the video on that too, Spider Quick says a popular event. I like the nurses' ball and drama. That's cool, Spider Quick. I mean, I respect your opinion. Mel says I love Smallville, which Clark and Lana will be together, but it's sad what happened to Lana when she could not touch. Oh, Mel, I am so glad that you actually joined. I am so glad that you actually joined my subscriber base because I used to love Smallville, and I feel like it doesn't get the respect it deserves. I mean, calling some the Arrowverse when Smallville put all those shows on the map. Tracy says Florida in December was nice. Stack says I want more fashion shows on B&B. Yeah, yeah. Stack, people been saying that for a while, and I mean, granted, it took them far too long to actually listen, but Mel, I love Dexter, but needed to watch all the seasons. Yeah, me too. Oh, Mel, I love Nick Talk. Richard says, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining, Richard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very quick, out of 22 years of watching, what year was the worst GH year for you? Probably the Nixon Fall stuff. I would sit there and say, because it wasn't the worst. But if I compare it to some of the other stuff, yeah. I mean, Nixon Falls took way too long. The Carly and Jason stuff I couldn't stand. Cyrus is cool, but Zach says I love vampire pictures. Like what? You have to be a little more specific. Like, are we talking Twilight? Are we talking Blade? What stuff are you talking about? Because it can go up and down. And here's an unpopular opinion, and I'll just sit there and say it. I love Twilight. Don't get me wrong, some of the acting and the dialogue is cheesy as hell, but um, what was or is your favorite couple ever? I don't know. I've never really been into couples. I've never been into couples, so I can't sit there and say I like more friendships on these shows than couples. Angelique, you are speaking my mind, but I think you already know that. The originals, yeah. I also love the Vampire Diaries. So Zach says all of them. Hmm, it's hard because I wanna say Twilight, and I wanna say Twilight because of Twilight, it gave us all these other shows like Teen Wolf and the Vampire Diaries, the originals. So I kind of got to go with Twilight. Yes, Angelique, always and forever, always and forever. Because as my best each year to watch was from 1992, 1998. I believe Claire was one of the best written all writers up until 1996. Spider Quake says, I like Twilight as well. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of flaws, like a lot of flaws. But it also has a lot of good stuff too, and I love the soundtrack. So, Mel says, I know it was always Clark and Lana, but it would have been amazing if Clark and Lana, I mean Lois, but it would have been amazing if Clark and Lana were together forever. It just broke my heart. It made me cry that it was not Clark and Lana. Yeah, especially the way they put them together. I agree. See, Klaus, yes. Klaus will always be my favorite supernatural character ever. Karen says, I love Twilight. Jacob was the man. Jacob was the man. Jacob was so cool. I remember when the movie started and he actually had his own background music. I was like, I agree with that. The guy says Brendan and Sunny was my favorite couple on GH. Yeah, I did like Brenda. By the quick Rose of my yes. By the Quake, yes. See, this is why another reason why I'm glad that you're on here. Rose is actually pretty cool. Well, actually, Spider Quake. I actually like Alice. I liked Alice on Twilight. But I'm still glad that you're here, Spider Quake. Carrie says celebrating in 2023, April. Yes. Michael Armstrong says Twilight series was pretty good. I like True Blood. Yeah. Michael Armstrong, I tried to watch True Blood. I really did. But I couldn't. Some of these side characters just annoyed the hell out of me. Mel says, I love the X Files, the Fox, and yes. Me too, Mel. See, now you've been speaking my language throughout this entire stream, so. And it's a shame that the way that they canceled it, but it's Fox, so I'm not surprised. Spider-Quake says when Bella gave birth, that was insane. Yeah, yeah, it was. And then the whole imprinting thing, Freddie says, chill, the Sasha character's been through hell. Yeah, Sarah says I cried for the season finale of the originals. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I mean, Klaus is just that dude. But I feel like in the originals, everyone was I loved everyone. Except for Davina. She pissed me off sometimes. Stax is a love charm. Buffy and Angel. Stax, I'm assuming when you say charm, you mean the 90s one, right? Because says anyone going to see the movie? Oh yes. Makai, I'm gonna see Megan when it comes out. I'm gonna see Megan when it comes out. Spiderquake says Alice and Rose are neck and neck for me. Okay. Stack says Supernatural. Yeah, that was I used to love that show as well. Tracy says I've never seen True Blood, but I heard it was. I heard it. I don't know. You can try to watch it if you want. If you can get through all the side characters, then yeah. Krista says I grew up watching Days, Another World, Santa Barbara, and GH. GH is my favorite since 1993. Karen says Kayla was awesome on Portrait. Yes, he was. Angelique says that movie. Yes. Like quick, I feel bad for Bella that she really didn't care for him. Like I never once heard Bella. Yeah, that's true. But for the daughter, you gotta get Charlie. Crystal said, "Oh, and then I watched Port Charles all the way through. Me too." And that was that cliffhanger. Tracy says aren't really okay. Tracy says there aren't a lot of good shows out there, but I like the original Power. Ever though it's off the air, I usually don't like a lot of violence, but the show always had me rooting for ghosts. Yeah, I heard that show was good. I heard that show was good. Also, do you like new Interview with the Vampire? Mel says, do you like the new Interview with the Vampire? Interview with the Vampire show. I did like the movie with Brad, Tom, and Kristen Dunst and Christian Slater. I didn't even know they actually had a. I didn't even know they actually had a show. Interview with the Vampire show. I kept reading the Vampire Diaries, but Mel, what channel or streaming service is it on? I'll check it out. I love my supernatural shows. I can't wait for the new Teen Wolf to come out. Spider Quick says I love the '90s charm. I watched that like every day, even though that was before my time. Still, charm was yeah. I heard it was good. Victoria's, are you watching the Winchesters? No, no, Victoria, I'm not. 15 years of Supernatural was enough for me. And the spinoff that I wanted to see, like I wanted to happen, didn't happen. So have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. I love Charm, but it was disappointing at the end of the show. Mel, you mean the night? I'm assuming you're talking about the '90s, right? The '90s Charm. Thank you for joining, Freddie. Makai says I saw that the Best Man series will be on Peacock. Looks pretty good. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Richard says Dallas Dynasty and Falcons Crest were my favorite back in the day. Mel says they had two movies on the X Files. Well, yeah, I heard. I saw one of them. Actually, no, I think they had more than two. I think they had more than two because I remember a rapper being on one of them. I think they had more than two. Stack says, "Is they bringing Empire back?" I love Cookie and Lucius. Mel says, "Yes, it's on AMC." Mel, I'm so backed up with shows, but I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. It's hard for me because like I wanted to watch the Vampire Academy, but after they canceled Legacies, it just it's hard for me to sit there and substitute one show for another show. Krista says I also love Asian Shield. That was my show. Quick says 90s Charm, GH, and HBO my favorite shows. Spider Quick says I love Marvel, but I don't really like DC. Hopefully I don't get hooked by DC since I don't like DC movies and shows. Yeah, DC's not for everyone. Krista, I used to love Agents of Shield. Tracy says Empire was a good show, but just messed things up really badly. I don't think Empire is ever coming back. Yeah, Tracy. I mean, if with Fox, probably not. I still want to watch that other show with Seth MacFarlane, The Orville. That's another show that I put on my list that I gotta watch. I definitely gotta sit there and watch that. Mel says, I love my Chucky series on sci-fi getting really interesting. I love Chucky. I think even the last Chucky was good. The one where he was like a robot and it wasn't like a supernatural thing, but it was more like a malfunction. I thought it was good. Spotty Quick says Nathaniel was a good villain, but annoying. Annoying. Nathaniel and who? Which are you talking about Agent of Shield? Mel says I love everyone. I heard that was a good show. That was like an early 2000 show, right? That's what I heard. I heard it's like an early 2000 show. Spotty Quick, oh Agent of Shield, okay. Yeah, I had to think about that because Agent of Shield was so long for me. But what was really cool about Disney is that Disney would not let them cancel Agent of Shield because Disney wanted to cancel Agent of Shield, but they was like, nope. The mouse stepped in and was like, you will not cancel this show. I will not allow it. Stack says Star was good but didn't end right. Yeah, I can never really get into those shows. Spotty Quake says Ward is the best villain on GH. And I say worst villain is Garrett. Oh, Agent of Shield. Yes, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, that whole switch when they made Ward a villain, it still throws me to a loop this day. And I get that they had to incorporate the movies like The Winter Soldier to make Ward a bad guy. And it made sense because we didn't know Ward's past, but it still threw me off though. Because I was really rocking with Ward. And then it was like, oh, he's a Hydra, a Hydra agent. I'm just like, wait, what? They just start killing people, and I don't know. I still have misgivings about that. And that's when they were trying to incorporate the shows and the movies because Marvel's big thing was it's all connected. Mal said, "Did you like both Wonder Woman movies?" I liked the first one. I didn't like the second one. I did not like the second one. I didn't think it was a need for a prequel, and uh, it should. I can give you a list of how many things that I didn't like about 1984. Lisa said, I guess Liam will sleep with Brooke in November sweeps week. Yeah, how was that? In a way, I hope not. Mel says, do you remember Heroes? I do remember. I didn't watch that, but I remember it though. The Indestructible Cheerleader and the guy that became the dad on This Is Us. Autocorrect says shoot the dog. Autocorrect. I don't know what show that is. Angelique Angelique says, yup, not Brooke again. Mel said they need to have Supergirl. They need to have a Supergirl movie. Yeah, they do. It's the thing that kind of annoys me with that though, Mel, is that Melissa Benoist worked her ass off. And then they announced a Supergirl movie. Grant Gustin worked his ass off. And then they announced a Flash movie. Okay? It's like these actors are making these shows popular, and then the studio is just like, well, we're going to make a movie out of that, but we're not going to use you in any way. Like, are you kidding me? Spiderquake says, remember when Ward shot his dog? Yeah, that was hard to look at. You know, Michael Armstrong, I am. I mean, I love all the Marvel movies. I wasn't a huge fan of Black Panther, but I didn't dislike it either. So, Angelique says, can poor Hulk get his own movie by now and get it right? See, Angelique, that's why I rock with you. And I do agree with that. I mean, you're going to give She-Hulk a whole spin-off show, but you're not, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut my mouth with that one. Mel said it would be cool if there is a movie Supergirl versus Supergirl. I mean Superman versus Supergirl. Hmm, I don't know. We got Henry Cavill back. We got Superman Lois. They don't know what's gonna go with that show. And that is just that's sad. Because if they I swear if they you know what, I'll put it this way now. If they cancel Superman Lois, I have no reason to watch the CW ever again. I can literally just take that right off my. I can take the app right off my phone. Spuddy Quick says I teared up when it came to dog and really sad. That damn autocorrect. That damn autocorrect. Correct. Mel says I can't believe having a Joker 2 just heard it would be cool. You know, Mel, I feel like the Joker 2 movie. I feel like them making a sequel just seems so unnecessary. Like the movie didn't need to be a sequel, but you know, money and everything. You know, it's really sad now, and I'm not gonna sit there and try to wish bad on it. I just don't feel that it's gonna make as much money as the first one. And I wasn't even a fan of the first. I wasn't even a fan of the Joker movie. Krista says, "Do you remember the '90s nighttime episodes that aired for days, GH in another world? They were good." Mm, no, because Krista, I only started watching soap operas 1998. So Nate says to me, there's no reason to cancel Superman and Lois, but with the merging and everything else, they have to, unfortunately. Yeah, Nate, I love Superman and Lois. I really do. And I'm just gonna be really angry if the show gets canceled. But you know what? When they canceled Legacies, I was done with them. Oh, and they also canceled Stargirl too. See, I'm trying not to be angry. I really am. The outside of me is showing a smile. The inside of me. Mel said it would be cool on Superman and Lois show if Lana Lang came back to Clark. Hmm, Lana Lang, Lana Lang, Lana Lang. Yeah, well, because I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, well, they got Lucy, but Mel says I do like the Joker with Batman and the '90s movies. Yeah, Spider Quick says that's my hot take. Karen says I like Superman. Lois has a brain and gets to use it. Yes, yes, she does, Karen. Yes, she does. It's a great show. It's a great show. And it's like, okay, cool. So they're gonna bring Henry back. Great. But I mean, don't discount the stuff that Tyler did. Because I feel like Tyler brought a more um upbeat and hopeful version of Superman than Henry did. And it's not his fault, that's the writing. But for you to sit there and decide to take all the work, I mean, they made Tyler Superman really cool on Supergirl. And as much as I like Supergirl, that show got flaws like there's no tomorrow. Oh, Mel says on Smallville. Lana on Smallville, yeah. I doubt that, even though you just, um, why is the message restricted? Mel, did you delete your comment? Spiderquake says, I honestly think if GH writers were to write DC, be better than it. Wow. Lana on Smallville. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, they would have to get back the same actress, and I doubt they're gonna get Kristen or yeah, I think that's her name, Kristen back on there. They couldn't even get Michael Rosenbaum back on there because he was supposed to be in a crossover as well, but they couldn't get him back. No, it's cool. I just want no. I want to make sure your comment wasn't being restricted though. That's all. I want to make sure your comment wasn't being restricted. Anyway, with that being said, I've actually been on here for about 2 hours now, and I do have to wake up somewhat early. But well, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as a surprise. I'm going to try to come on here tomorrow. I'm going to try to do another live stream tomorrow. I want to do it around 8 o'clock. I want to do my live stream tomorrow around 8 o'clock. So that's going to be the plans. Tomorrow I'm going to sit there and do a live stream around 8 o'clock. And I'm going to try to do it throughout the week. Tracy says, night. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy Steve. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate you being here. I can't believe at one point I actually had 40 people in the chat. It was I'm just mind blowing. But yeah, so with that being said, I think I'm actually going to end the stream here. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. I want to thank every single person for being here tonight. This was a lot of fun. Karen says Michael Rosenbaum was a great Lex Luthor. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Yes, I would definitely see you tomorrow, Karen. Have a good night, Angelique. It was great seeing you. Have a good night, Black Mon. It was amazing seeing you. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Armstrong. It was really great seeing you again. Spiderquake says, hopefully you get yeah, by the end of the year. We're going to work on that. We're all going to work on that together because it's a team effort. Thank you, Lisa. Have a good night. Because trust me, I did not get to 1,000 subscribers by myself. This was everybody helped me. Anybody who gave me tips, any person who shared my videos, who liked my videos, who watched, it was a team effort. And I am internally grateful every time I get to do this and get to talk to everyone here. Mel says, I really think that Days of Our Lives and The Young and Restless goes faster on storylines. Well, Mel, I agree with you about Days. Young and the Restless, on the other hand. Well, you know what? Maybe you're right to some extent because GH has been kind of slow. You might be onto something now. But yeah, I want everyone to have a great night, a great safe night. Be safe. Like my says, Aubrey, you have a great content. Your perspectives on GH is great. Thank you. Thank you, Black Mod. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you for always, coming in the chats, coming on the live streams. I trust me. I appreciate every time that you're here. Nate, yes. I'm gonna sit there and try, I gotta sit there and try to support my guy, Dion's Corner. So I'm gonna check on him periodically. I don't know what time he's coming on today, so I'm gonna check his channel. Thank you for letting me know, Nate. Mike Quick says maybe we can get a Black Panther view and you. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this Spider Quick. I don't I don't usually do reviews on movies. I'm gonna try because I do want to sit there and try to change things up. So that's a good idea, Spider Quick. Thank you for that. Mel says the Born and Beautiful is storyline is slow. Being slow storylines. Yeah, Mel, but I mean that's what most shows do. I mean, some shows show it more than others, and they do flip flop. Days will probably be the fastest. I gotta say, except for the whole possession storyline. But besides that, they're usually a lot more quicker now. So yes, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Stay stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. See, this is where you know. This is where you know I gotta sit there and cut out when I start messing up my words. But yes, stay safe, everyone. I am eternally grateful for everyone just jumping on tonight. I know that I plan on doing the collab with Brock and DC, but sometimes things happen in life, and we just gotta sit there and reschedule. Yeah, Jalik, like I said, when I start stuttering with my words, that's when it's time to go. Thank you, Spider Quake. You have a great night. I definitely see you in the next stream. And we're gonna sit there and work it out with the boys. Mel says I go on Critic Lord on YouTube for movie companies. Oh, okay, Critic Lord. Okay, I gotta look that channel up. Anyway, at this point I'm just kind of just well, meandering or just blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go. Stay safe, everyone. I will see everyone tomorrow at 8 p.m. and that is 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time or NY time. Yes. Stay safe, everyone.